The 1992 Buddy Bowl opened with several unanswered questions. Could Balsers Ball Breakers repeat? Which Bennett was the best quarterback? Bill? Mike? Or John? Could Ron Miller win his first championship of the 90s? Could Andy DeMeyer win his first championship in 13 years? Hard-hitting questions indeed, and we'll have all the hard-hitting answers next on Buddy Bowl Primetime. Hello again and welcome to Buddy Bowl Primetime. We'll have all the 1992 Buddy Bowl highlights in the next half an hour, including some intriguing preliminary game matchups. First one involves the Buddies against the Diehards. Both teams coming off poor 1991 efforts, both teams looking to redeem themselves this year. Early in the first half, John Bennett looking for the rookie Ken Roberts. He turns it upfield and he goes all the way, 32 yards for a touchdown to give the Buddies an early 6-0 lead. Meanwhile, for the Diehards, Brian Regalot at quarterback. Back to pass. Looking, but the ball is tipped by Buddy Black and intercepted by Mike Bennett. Bennett with a good return. Brings the ball up to midfield to give the Buddies good field position for their second drive of the day. Mike Bennett on the lateral. Looking downfield, decides to turn it upfield and run. That's what he's good at, and he gains 19 yards in this play. Set the Buddies up deep in diehard territory. Mike Bennett looking downfield. But a good play by defensive back Doug Powell breaks up this touchdown pass to Mike Bennett. Meanwhile, the Diehards offense was stagnant in the first half. This was the big chance for them, as Regalot looks deep for Bud Black, but Black drops it, and this half ended with a 6-0 lead for the Buddies. In the second half, however, the Diehards got their offense moving. Regalot looking downfield. Quick pass to Lee Hoff. Hoff turns it into a 25-yard gain. That set up this 12-yard touchdown pass to Ed Norman Bates, rookie, playing his first Buddy Bowl, scoring his first touchdown. In the second half, the Buddies offense, which had looked so promising in the first half, completely collapsed. As you see, Mike Bennett at quarterback, unable to gain any ground at all against the Buddies defense. So the game ended 6-6 tie, and we went into the overtime. Alternating two-point conversions. First, Brian Regalot, and a good timing pattern to Lee Hope, and the Diehards were ahead. Now Mike Bennett looking for Dave Waitley in the end zone. Buddy Black tips it, but he tips it right into Mike Wilson's arms, and the Buddies are still alive. But Regalot answers with a completion to Bud Black, and the Diehards have a 10-8 lead. Last chance for the Buddies, but Mike Bennett can't find anyone open and throws it into the sand, and the Diehards have an 8-10 victory. Next early game matched the Killers against the Destroyers, two teams with histories of close matchups, and this game was no exception. Ron Miller gets his offense started with a 13-yard run early in the first half. Later, he finds rookie Pat Tribolette for a 22-yard touchdown score, and the Killers take an early 6-0 lead. And Meyer gets his offense going to his favorite receiver on the day, Irvin Cobbs, for a short gain. Meyer then hits veteran Jim Bradley for another gain, down to the 21-yard line. On 3rd and goal, DeMeyer looks for Irvin Cobbs again, and finds him open in the end zone, unguarded, 21-yard touchdown pass, and the score is tied. Late in the first half, Miller looking deep for rookie John McCall. McCall makes a catch, cuts back. Boom! boom, what a collision with Jim Bradley. Puts Bradley out of the Buddy Bowl for the rest of the day. In the second half, Miller gets his offense going again. The first play of the second half, short pass to Caldwell. He breaks it, 63 yards. Miller then completes a short 1-yard touchdown pass to Bill Hamlin, and the Killers are in the lead again. The Myers offense was pathetic in the second half. Meyer fumbling, lateraling to Clayton Huggins. Huggins throws a pass. It's tipped. Hamlin intercepts it. Laterals with a triplet. Another destroyer drive ends. But they get the ball back again. Terrible hike. Leads to no gain on that play. Meyer somehow manages a first down, but again is plagued by bad hikes, resulting in a sack. Another bad hike. DeMeyer's forced to run and sacked again by Miller. Finally a good hike. But DeMeyer can't make anything out of it and ends up gaining just a few yards. Miller's team has complete domination in the second half and is coasting to an easy victory. All Miller has to do is run out the clock. But what's he doing? He's throwing it, and it's tipped and fumbled, and Dave Chelsea recovers it, and the Destroyers somehow have one last chance to pull this game out. After being dominated in the second half, down only by 8 points, DeMeyer looks right, and he's going to run it in. Smells the goal line and dives in for the touchdown. And the Destroyers are only down by 2 points. Going for 2 points to tie the game. But DeMeyer can't complete the pass, and the Killers hang on for a 14-12 victory. Early in the game, with the ball breakers against Air Bennett, Jim Walsh intercepts the pass and returns it 25 yards to set up Bill Bennett on offense. Bennett, looking for Rod Carter, completes it, gets down to the 9-yard line. Then Bennett, scrambling, avoiding the tackle, completes another pass to Carter. Carter lunges for the end zone and scores, and it's a 6-0 lead for Air Bennett. Nothing much happened in the first half, so now we see the second half as Trivelette back the pass, scrambling just short of the line of scrimmage, dumps it off to Tony Ballsbury. Ballsbury makes a good run and gets down to the 1-yard line before he's tackled by Jim Walsh. And 4th and goal, Trivelette back to pass, scrambling all over the field, looks into the end zone, but overthrows Ballsbury by a long shot. But the next play, Billy Bennett takes over on downs, throws an ill-advised pass, which is intercepted by Trivelette. Argument was, did he keep 1 foot in? But it looks like, even though he was bobbling the ball, he did drag that 1 foot. That interception led to the tying TD. Bill Bennett now trying to rally his team again. Throws a short pass, but Scott Brown steps in front of it and picks it off and runs 17 yards on the interception return. Trivelette now scrambling, looking deep, finds a wide open Tony Ballsbury for the game-winning score. 15-6 victory. The defending champs looked like they were in good position to repeat. Games were over, and all 3 American Buddy Conference teams had won their games over National Buddy Conference opponents. So both races were wide open heading into conference play. And the first game of conference play was between the Buddies and the Destroyers, 2 teams with great histories in the Buddy Bowl. And Meyer had a great game today, throwing for 214 yards against the poor Buddy defense. Early in the first half, he looks deep. Irvin Cobb's beaten Mike Bennett for a 52-yard gain. That set up the smash-mouth football play as DeMeyer sneaks in from a 1-yard out. John Bennett retaliates with a quick pass to Mike Bennett. Bennett fakes, makes a good lateral. Ken Roberts is off to the races. Roberts runs 51 yards for the touchdown that ties the game. The Buddies look sharp in the first half as Mike Bennett catches the 2-point conversion, and the Buddies have an 8-6 lead. DeMeyer then finds Clayton Huggins for a short gain, and finds Huggins again for the touchdown to give Destroyers a lead. By 6 points, the Buddies need a few breaks, and they get one in this play as the pass is bobbled, intercepted by Abassian, but Bennett forces a fumble and returns it for 24 more yards. John Bennett completes the pass to Mike Wilson. Nice fake. Chelsea's left in the dust, and Wilson gains 23 more yards. Bennett driving for the game-tying touchdown. But Clayton Huggins makes the big play. Intercepts the pass and stops the Buddy drive. Clayton Huggins threw an interception earlier today. This game he decided to stick to pass receiving, and what a job he did, setting a Buddy Bowl record with 11 receptions for 130 yards and 1 touchdown, breaking a record that had been held for 13 years by Irvin Cobbs. Late in the game, DeMeyer drives for an insurance touchdown, passing to Tokoff for a short touchdown to give the Destroyers an 18-8 victory. Two teams won their first games and had high hopes for the 1992 Buddy Bowl, where the Destroyers and the Killers. Early in the game, Regalot looks deep. Doug Powell gets his fingertips on it, but can't hold on. That was the big scoring opportunity for either team in the first half, as it ended scoreless. High above the field, the MetLife blimp wonders where the action is, and Miller decides to provide it. Short pass to Morris. Doug Powell misses the flag, and he's off to the races on a 76-yard touchdown run. The rookie making an impact in his second Buddy Bowl game. Extra point attempt, Hamlin to Miller. Hamlin makes the kick, but it's no good. 6-0 Killers. Another quick play to Morris. And he breaks it for a 30-yard gain. Kevin Morris touches the ball 3 times, well over 100 yards. The big play man for Miller's Killers. Miller then looks for Hamlin for a touchdown and a 14-0 victory. It's brother versus brother as John Bennett and Bill Bennett meet for the 6th time in their careers. The Buddies are already eliminated, so they're opening up the playbook and using 3 different quarterbacks this game. Quarterback number 1 is Ken Roberts. He fakes the pass and runs for a short gain. Roberts showing some good moves. This time, fakes the pass, an inside handoff to Dan Powell. Powell makes a good run for 15 yards. Roberts can run, but can he throw? He fakes the run. It's a nice pass to Mike Bennett for a first down. Robert completes another first down pass, this time to John Bennett. And a beautifully engineered drive. Robert scrambles, looks for another receiver, and decides to head upfield. Picks up a few more yards. Then Roberts looks deep, and a beautifully timed pass to Mike Bennett, 31 yards and a touchdown. That tied the game at 6-6. Orchestrating his team's offense, sends Jim Walsh in motion, then looks deep for Walsh. Walsh is wide open past Mike Bennett, but he drops it. Walsh can't believe it. But Bill Bennett says, "That's okay, Jim. I'll go right back to you because I know you're a veteran and you can hang on to the ball." And Walsh catches a short pass. Bennett goes to Walsh another time, down to the 9-yard line. You would think after 3 straight plays to Walsh, someone might cover him. But Bennett looks back, and Walsh is wide open for the touchdown. Where was the defense? Quarterback number 2 for the Buddies was Dan Powell. Here Powell completes a short pass to Mike Wilson. But the Buddies weren't satisfied with 2 quarterbacks. They put John Bennett back in there. And Bennett looks deep, hits Roberts. Roberts puts on a good move and dives for the end zone for a touchdown. That tied the game at 12-12, and what a battle it was. But Bill Bennett saw the Buddy Bowl championship possibilities in his eyes, and the desire was there as a short pass to Rod Carter sets up this 26-yard pass to Jim Walsh for the game-winning touchdown. Next game was between the Ball Breakers and the Diehards in a game of offensive futility. Here's Tribolette on 3rd and goal, trying to score, gets down to the 1-yard line and a saving tackle by Doug Powell. On 4th down, the pass is batted down by Mike Peckham. Regalot leads the Diehards back, but the pass is incomplete and forces them to punt. Ball Breakers good field position. Can they do anything with it? No. As Tribolette's sacked, they lose the ball and downs. Regalot with decent field position. Well, 4th down, that pass is incomplete too. They lose the ball and downs. Here's Tribolette throwing deep. Tart's open. No, it's intercepted by Bud Black, as neither of these teams can generate any offense whatsoever. Regalot looking to pass. It's tipped. Almost intercepted by Augie Philando, the veteran. Regalot throwing deep. Nobody even there. But in the second half, Tribolette finally gets some offense going with this lame duck pass to Tart, which produces a first down. Tribolette then decides to turn it upfield and run. The all-pro running back gains 22 yards on this play and a first down. Tribolette, about to get sacked, throws a desperation pass in the end zone. Tart catches it, an amazing play. Replay, we see what happened as Pete Deering had Tribolette by the shirt, but he just couldn't reach the flag in time before the quarterback threw the desperation pass into the end zone. Regalot trying to get the Diehards back into the game one more time, but still another pass is intercepted, this time by Tribolette. But the quarterback for the Ball Breakers returns the favor. The pump fake doesn't work, and Bud Black makes a nice interception, pulls it down to give the Diehards one last chance. But still another interception. This time, Paul Tart steps in front of the pass and meanders 101 yards for a new Buddy Bowl record for an interception return as the Diehards give up and the Ball Breakers win in not so impressive 14-0 victory. The win leaves the Ball Breakers at 2-0, and all they need to do is beat the Killers in their next game and they will go to their second straight Buddy Bowl championship game. In the other conference, it's the Destroyers against Air Bennett. The winner goes to the championship game, the loser goes home. Early in the first half, Andy DeMeyer having a great day at quarterback, throws a bad pass, intercepted by Jim Walsh, the all-pro defensive back, makes his third interception of the day and returns it to give the Air Bennett team good field position. Bill Bennett looks deep to one of his favorite receivers on the day, Jim Sammons, with a 30-yard gain. Bennett looking for Walsh, and Walsh drops another pass. That's 2 on the day for Jim Walsh. DeMeyer takes over on downs and puts together a classic Andy DeMeyer ball control drive. 2 short runs, picks up 1 first down. Pass to Irvin Cobbs, picks up 15 more yards. Todd Hoff gets the ball close to the goal line. And at the end of this 10-play drive, as time runs out in the first half, on 4th and goal from the 1, DeMeyer sees Cobbs in the end zone and Cobbs outjumps Jay Harvey for the touchdown. But Bill Bennett leads his team back in the second half, completing this pass to Jay Harvey for a first down. Bennett then looks to Walsh for a 21-yard gain. And then Glenn Hickey catches the 23-yard touchdown pass, and the score is tied at 6-6. Bill Bennett going for the extra point. Just needs one, and he gets one on a pass to Rod Carter. It's 7-6, and Air Bennett looks like they're going to the championship game. DeMeyer trying to lead his team back with 5 minutes to go. Quick pass to Moran Abbasian for 20 yards. But then DeMeyer throws a bad pass. It's intercepted by Glenn Hickey. Hickey makes a short return. A dejected Andy DeMeyer is consoled by his teammates. They tell him, we'll get the ball back for you one more time. And they do, as the Destroyer defense holds Air Bennett and forces this punt. A short punt by Bill Bennett. Less than 2 minutes to go, the Destroyers have one last chance. DeMeyer hits Cobbs on a short pass. Cobbs out of bounds to stop the clock. DeMeyer to Huggins, another short pass. Less than a minute to go. DeMeyer looks, he's got time. He throws deep, he sees Cobbs. And Cobbs makes the play. And a 14-7 victory goes to the Destroyers on a brilliant pass to Irvin Cobbs. We see in isolation, Cobbs did not run a tricky pattern. He just ran straight downfield and used his height advantage over Glenn Hickey to make the big catch. So the DeMeyer Destroyers go to the championship game, and they'll face the winner of this game between the Ball Breakers and the Killers. Teams were undefeated on the day, and it looked to be a hard-fought match. And it was, at least at the beginning. Into the game, Miller driving deep into Ball Breaker territory. He uses his patented rollout to buy him some more time. Can he find an open receiver? Yes, he can. His big rookie, John McCall, for a touchdown. And a 6-0 lead. John Tribolette, the lowest-rated quarterback of the day, had a good first half, though, as he hits Scott Brown for 22 yards. Tribolette. Good pass to Paul Tart. Tart gets past the defender. He falls down, but he's up, and he could go all the way. And it's a 6-6 game as Tart scores the touchdown. But Miller leads his team back. He's playing ball control. He hits Hamlin for a short 8-yard gain. As the day wore on, Miller looked more and more toward his big rookie, John McCall. McCall picks up 23 yards in that play. And near the goal line, Miller almost looked exclusively toward McCall. This time he finds the big man open for a touchdown to give him a 12-6 lead. In the second half, Miller put together one more good drive, this time a quick pass to Kevin Morris for 25 yards. Miller mixing his receivers well. This time looks deep, and it's Bill Hamlin for 34 more yards. That set up John McCall's third touchdown reception of the game, this 1-yard pass from Ron Miller. So the Killers would meet the Destroyers in the championship game. It had been 13 years since Andy DeMeyer had won a championship. That, of course, was his legendary 1979 DeMeyer's Destroyers team. Playing at Kellogg Field, Andy DeMeyer at quarterback, and one of his teammates was Ron Miller catching that pass. But they aren't teammates this year, they're opponents, as Maran Abbasian kicks off to open up the Buddy Bowl championship game of 1992. Kevin Morris on a good return to the left, but Dave Chelsea forces a fumble, and Maran Abbasian recovers it. The Destroyers get the first break of the day. DeMeyer taking advantage of that break. First down from the 31-yard line. Looks a short pass to Clayton Huggins. Huggins breaks a few tackles, and he's gone, 31 yards. DeMeyer's Destroyers have a 6-0 lead after only 30 seconds of the first half. Miller leading his team back, trying to get back in the game. Completes a long pass to John McCall. Miller trying another pass, but Mike Jafrida bats it up in the air and intercepts it. DeMeyers have the ball again. Andy DeMeyer on a good run gains 22 yards. DeMeyer, another short pass, this time to Clayton Huggins, as he puts together one of the classic Andy DeMeyer ball control drives. DeMeyer scrambling, he's running out of time, but he looks deep, and Irvin Cobbs has beaten Bill Hamlin for the score. They're shell-shocked, as 2 turnovers have led to 12 quick Destroyer points. DeMeyer goes for 2 on the conversion, and hits Todd Hoff deep in the back of the end zone for another 2 points. It's 14-0. Could this be a rout? Not if Ron Miller has anything to say about it, as Morris picks up 23 yards on a short pass. Miller decides to run and picks up a first down. Miller hits Hamlin for 14 more yards. The Killers desperately need a touchdown to get back in the game, so Ron Miller looks for John McCall on the mismatch with Todd Hoff, and the Killers have scored. Miller goes for 2. Triboulette's open. He dives for the goal line, and he scores to make it 14-8. In the last play of the half, the Killers have one last chance to tie up the score. A long pass, but Morris lets it go right through his hands. And the half ends 14-8 in favor of the Destroyers. DeMeyer puts together a good drive to start the second half. He hits Cobbs for a short gain. And then this play, Irvin Cobbs will catch his 100th reception of his illustrious Buddy Bowl career, the first Buddy Bowler to reach 100 receptions. That sets up a short touchdown pass to Mike Jafrida, and the Destroyers lead 20-8. It's desperation time for Miller as he tries some trick plays. This time, Bill Hamlin throws a pass to McCall for 16 yards. Miller, again, throws that quick screen to Morris. This time, Morris picks up 17 yards. Miller needs 2 scores in the last 2 minutes to win the game, but he's not going to pick them up this way, as Dave Chelsea gets the sack. Running out of time, Miller is getting desperate, but Chelsea again, along with Mike Jafrida, puts good pressure on, and Chelsea gets the sack. It's desperation time for the Killers as they go back to the trick play. Miller to Hamlin. Looks downfield. Back to Miller. Miller goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Looking for the score. Miller again finds John McCall on a mismatch with Todd Hoff. The touchdown makes the score 20-15, but time is running out for the Killers. They need to recover the onside kick. Bill Hamlin does his best, but Andy DeMeyer falls on the ball, and the Destroyers run out the clock to a 20-15 victory. Andy DeMeyer wins his first Buddy Bowl championship since 1979, and for the 5th straight year, a different team has won the Buddy Bowl championship. After 13 years, Andy DeMeyer finally holds the trophy above his head.